Welcome to the CEO Goddess podcast. I am Melissa Genevieve Dennis, your host and founder of the CEO Goddess. At CEO Goddess, we're on a mission to empower driven individuals with a passion for entrepreneurship, guiding them as they step into their role as coaches, healers, and mentors. I specialize in helping these individuals package and sell their digital products and services online, leveraging the power of social media to expand their reach and impact. Now, my vision is simple yet profound: to help people pursue their passion fearlessly and create wealth on their own terms. In a world often dictated by fear and self-doubt, I believe in equipping individuals with the tools, strategies, and mindset shifts necessary to overcome these obstacles and build thriving businesses that align with their purpose. So, if you're ready to embrace your inner CEO Goddess, join me on this journey as we navigate the realms of entrepreneurship, spirituality, and wealth creation. Together, we'll unlock your full potential and pave the way for abundance, fulfillment, and success. Welcome to this podcast. We're going to cover content that converts. Now, there is so much content out there sharing what to put in your content. And I get it. It can be very overwhelming and sometimes a little bit too much, too much advice, too much content flying around out in the online world. I get it. But if you write down the advice of someone who knows how to convert content and you look at that paperwork and you just focus on those particular steps and you stop scrolling and getting more advice, you will get results. You will convert. But if you're going to keep researching one woman who provides 5 steps, another woman who provides 10 steps, and then you're trying to do all 15 steps, and then whilst you are in the process of creating your content, you go and find a brand new business coach who then is going to provide another 10 steps. Well, no wonder you are overwhelmed. There are many different ways to convert content. I'm getting my words tied up. Many different ways to convert content. Some people like to do long reels. Some people like to do long form YouTube videos. Some people want to do long emails. Some people just want to get straight to the point, quick, fast, get it in there. That's it, done and dusted. I'm going to give you some tips on how to convert content. It is a no-brainer. Please have your pen and paper ready. There is also the transcript for this podcast, so you can always copy and paste it from there. But if you're old school like me and you like to write it in a notebook, then grab yourself a pen and your notebook and let's get started. So, tip number 1 on converting content. That is the purpose of creating content, correct? We are not here to entertain. And I find a lot of people, in fact, 80 to 85% of the people I scroll past on social media are really focused on entertainment. Now, I don't know about you, but if I want tangible results in my life, in my business, even if you are in the relationship niche, if you are the health and wellness niche, you want results. You don't really want to be entertained. I know that social media can sometimes be the kind of place that you go to unwind, like, say, TikTok. TikTok is the kind of platform that people go to unwind because it's entertaining. It's not really the kind of place you want to go to sell. You can do very well. You can get a lot of followers, but at the end of the day, people are there to simply be entertained and to take them away from their real life, just get away. So most of the people I see are posting pictures of their dog. Now, if you are in the health and wellness industry or you're in the animal industry, I get the animals. Animals provide peace and they provide love. And so if you are in a calm state and you're talking about meditation and healing in a child healing or healing trauma or whatever, stress, anxiety, depression, Having an animal in your post makes sense as long as the message is not just about the animal. But I tend to see a lot of posts on social media where people are just showing their dog. There's no message behind it. They're just showing their dog. Not everyone in business wants to see a dog. They're there for a reason. If you have a business and you're on social media, why are you showing your dog? What is the message behind the caption and the video of your dog? Because I can tell you there's a lot of business women that I'm seeing constantly who are following me and they are showing pictures of their dogs. The other thing is showing yourself eating. What is the message behind that post? You shoveling mouthfuls of, soup, whatever, into your mouth. Number one, it is highly unattractive. Nobody really wants to see you shoveling food into your mouth, even if the caption over the screen is something completely different. So be very conscious of what you are putting out there and ask yourself, how is this going to convert? Does it show that I'm a real person? Yes, it does. You're a person with a dog and you're a person who likes to eat. Is it going to entice someone to want to buy just because you are a person with a dog and you like to eat? No. No, no, no. So, number one is to show up as your real self. Now, what am I referring to? Showing up in your pajamas with your hair wild, like a Lion King? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you were invited to speak on stage about your business, about your offers, about the transformation you provide, how will you dress and how will you speak and how will you show up to those people? When we talk about how you show up in your business, we're talking about how you show up as a leader. So if I ask you to show up as a leader, how will you dress? How will you speak? Will you do your makeup? Will you have a professional do your makeup? Will you do your hair? Will you go natural? Going natural is completely fine. It is who you are when you are stepping up as your leader, your inner leader. When you show up, when you show up to your mum and dad's house for dinner, you're not showing up as your leader, are you? No. When your girlfriend calls you and says, I've had a big breakup with my partner, come over, I've got a bottle of wine, I've got some takeaway food, come and join me. I'm going to cry all night. Let's watch some movies. You're not showing up as your leader version. You're not going to dress up with your high heels, your immaculate hair and makeup. I'm talking about showing up as your your inner leader, sorry. So if I were to ask you to stand up on stage and present something, how will you show up? That is how you show up in your business because you are leading your offer. You are leading your brand. You are the face of your brand. So show up in that energy. Now, what this does, it automatically repels people who are not in alignment with your vision, with your personality, and with your energy. They automatically know if you are their type of person. She's not for me. Sweet. Keep on scrolling. We don't want you anyway. But when they see you and they're like, oh, I like her energy. I like the way she's speaking. I like what she's saying. I like the way she's dressed as well. I love how certain she is of what she's saying. This is powerful. And they keep watching and they keep listening. That is how I want you to show up. Number one, content that converts is showing up as the real you in all your power, in your strongest version, your leadership version. Show up as that woman. Don't show up as the woman who shows up to mum and dad's house on a Sunday evening for dinner. No makeup, chilling out, ready to put your feet on the lounge and snuggle up. You're not showing up as that version of you. Content that converts will only convert with people who feel in alignment with you, your energy, your personality, your brand, your offer, and your message. That's what converts. That's what will sell. Now, if you have a faceless social media account, that is perfectly fine. Your content needs to show up in your personality, in your energy that you love. Now, you may be a new mum who never does her hair and makeup. She's exhausted. She doesn't sleep much. You've got faceless content. This is perfect. If you are a coffee lover, are you posting yourself making coffees, or even if it's not you making the coffee, you've got content of coffee being brewed, coffee being made. That is an attractive thing to look at, coffee being made, especially when you are a coffee lover. If you are someone who likes to have wine, perhaps your content is you pouring a glass of wine and placing that glass of wine on the edge of a balcony on the handrail. It could be placing the glass, on a small table near a pool, It could be having a cocktail near a pool or near a bar. This may not be your content. You may have purchased this content, but it's still giving your vibe, your energy, what you love. If you want to share content of powerful women crossing the road in luxurious high fashion clothes, let's post that. That is your energy. That is your passion. That is what makes you happy. Even if you are exhausted with a newborn or twins at home, fresh out of hospital, just had the baby, and you're posting this kind of content, people will look at your message. They will look at your brand. They will feel the energy through your brand. And this type of content converts. It converts because it's your style, your brand, your energy, your personality. So number one is to show up as the real you. Okay? We got that? Number one, show up as the real you. Number two, give real value. Now, sometimes you think you're giving real value, but you're not. And I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but I just said it before. Posting your dog running around your feet, where is the real value in that? And not writing anything on the screen, where's the real value in that? Also, there's this thing where people love to share the how to get results. And I get it. You want to share the how to because you really do want to help your clients. But I need you to understand that if you continuously just share the how to, your clients are not going to convert. Sorry, your followers are not going to convert to clients because they're always going to look at you as the freebie coach, as the freebie mentor, the one who's always giving value, and I can go and get lots of value from her. You are essentially YouTube or Google. People will go and research all your content on YouTube and Google and get the answers they want. There are people out there who do this all the time. They just want freebies. They don't want to pay for the offer. They want to find it for free. So they'll go hunting and they'll find it for free. So if you have been doing this often, perhaps switch it up. Remind them of the actual problem. And instead of just giving them the how to, give them the result in your offer. Give them the result instead. Mix it up and see if this converts better. Because although we do want to give them the how to, like for example, if you are having issues with money, perhaps you have money blocks. A lot of the time people don't have money blocks. It's just that every coach and mentor online is telling everyone, oh, you're not making money, then you have money blocks. Guess what? Sometimes you don't have money blocks. Sometimes you're not asking the universe for money. You're telling the universe, I have a passion and a purpose to help people. So the universe hears exactly those words and gives you the opportunity to help people. So you start helping them for free on podcasts and YouTube. And you end up helping hundreds and maybe thousands of people, but you're not making any money and you don't understand why. Well, you just told the universe that you want to help people. And so you are. You have not made it clear that you want to make money doing that. So be very careful about the message you're sending out to the universe, because essentially you become a charity. You're basically giving away content and value and the how-to for free. You become the freebie coach. To be very crystal clear to the universe about what you want. You want to be a high-income business coach or a high-income healer. You want to earn millions of dollars doing whatever it is that you do and, build a team. Then you need to be clear that you want to make money. Send that message to the universe so it doesn't get confused. Otherwise, you will be living your passion. You will be helping people lose weight or heal from trauma or build a business, but you won't get paid for it. But you will still do and create the life you want. It just won't have money involved because you didn't ask for the money. You just basically said to the universe, I want to help people. Be clear about what you want, and that is to make money doing what you want to do. You want paying clients. So don't just give how to all the time, because the how to is just you donating value constantly. Sometimes you want to remind them of their problem and provide the actual solution. So sometimes in your content, you need to mix it up and not just say, this is how you do it. And if you do use that phrase, this is how you do it, the answer is buy my offer, because the solution to your problems is inside my actual offer. And you need to be in my offer in order to get the results you want. Does that make sense? You want to lose weight? I'm not going to tell you to go run and do cardio and get your heart rate up and go on a calorie deficit and cut down on carbohydrates and cut out alcohol and sugar. No, I'm going to say to you, the solution is working with me for 12 weeks. I will take you through a process and my strategy. I have an amazing plan that is designed exactly for you. The solution is to lose this much weight, and you will feel energized and you will fit into clothes and you will feel light and you'll have less inflammation. You'll be more active. You'll want to go out more because you can fit in clothes and you'll have more energy. That is the results of coming to work with me. But notice I'm saying the solution to your problems is my 12-week offer. It's not, hey, go on a calorie deficit. Hey, cut back on carbs. Hey, work out more. We don't want to just share the how all the time, because your dream followers usually already know all the free how to content. They already get this from Google. They already get this from YouTube. If I want to build a business for free, I can go on Google and YouTube. But when I send someone to Google and YouTube and say, hey, just figure it out on your own, that's a really long process. Figuring it out on your own takes a lot of time, a lot of stress. Having personal guidance and someone showing you step by step is like hitting the jackpot. It's like rescuing someone from all the stress and anxiety. So give real value. Number 2, give real value. Tangible results. Give them something that is going to give them results, and that is your offer. Now, if you want to split it up, maybe do 50% in your post. Half of the post you do is the how to, the steps. But remember, don't do it too often, because your dream follower already knows the how to. They just need personal guidance. They need a step-by-step guide. And that's why they need your offer. Number 3 is to give them an offer that is irresistible. Now, how on earth do you even do that? There are 2 ways to do this. When you're trying to convert your content, your offer needs to be so crystal clear, the title of your offer, that it does exactly what it does. For example, my offer is content that converts. Pretty clear, right? Now, I've heard other offers out there like stories that sell. Stories meaning Instagram stories and Facebook stories. Some people don't even use stories. That is the first thing that most people consume when they go on Facebook or Instagram. It's also how you get more reach too. You'll get more people that aren't currently following you through stories. So if the people in your audience right now are not converting, then perhaps you need new followers. Maybe these people are just not in alignment with your message because the messaging has been a little bit off for the last couple of months or the last year or 2, or when you started your business. But if you go into stories and you start using stories, you'll find that majority of the people who observe your story are people who are not currently following you. And this is a good thing, because new followers are going to come through. They're going to be your dream followers if they like that story. Get it? And you're going to give them content that converts. So, of course, when they come across a story they've never seen before and they see your content and you're using my tips and you're creating content that converts, they're going to click on the follow button. You've got a brand new follower. Now, the other thing about an offer that is irresistible, I want you to go back to when you had your big problem, the big problem that you solve. If it is relationships, if it's healing trauma, if it is creating a business, if it is lacking in confidence, go back to when you had that issue, when it was a problem, a big problem in your life and you couldn't overcome it. What did you need back then? Because your clients, your dream clients, are going through that same process. There's a reason why you overcame that massive challenge in your life. It's so that you could be a beacon of light for those people who are going through that same challenge. If you have lost a ton of weight and it's changed your life, you've taken off, you know, you've basically extended your life, basically. You know, you're so healthy, you're so vibrant, your skin is glowing, you're energized, you're doing more sports, you have more clarity, you're sleeping better, you've overcome that weight loss. Now, go back to when that was a big problem for you. What did you need to know back then? And change the process that you went through. Chances are you went through a very difficult process to overcome that challenge. And there's a reason for that. It's so you could work out what worked and what didn't. Now, create an offer for those people who are going through that same challenge and make sure this offer works for them because you know what didn't work for you. If you tried things like going on some sort of special pill and it didn't work, you know not to include that in your offer. Avoid special diet pills. If it was to cut back on meals and have a milkshake in the morning and a milkshake at lunch, and that didn't work for you either, do not put that in your offer. We're going back to basically when you were struggling at your worst. That is what we're going back to. Create an offer for that older version of you, that past version of you. You know she doesn't need diet pills. You know she doesn't need milkshakes. All right. So write that one down. Create an irresistible offer for the older version of you who's still going through that challenge, who hasn't overcome it yet, who hasn't gone through the transformation. Now, the key with the offer is to make sure it is so irresistible that if we were to go in a travel machine back in time, would you invest in that offer? Would you invest in you? Your answer must be yes. It must be yes. If your answer is yes, you have an irresistible offer for your dream client. So you can tick that off. Let's move on to step number 4. Content that converts must be consistent. You know, you've heard this many times before. It must be consistent. It is a no-brainer. You cannot show up and provide value for your clients and provide the solution to their problems and give them valuable insight as to where to go, giving them direction, saying, hey, here's my offer. It's going to give you these results. You need this. Here is your massive problem, and I have the solution you need. And if you don't want to take the solution I offer, then go through these steps of how-tos. You cannot show up for a period of time, 3 or 4 days or a week, and then go into this dark tunnel where you doubt your offer, you doubt your vision, you doubt your purpose, you doubt yourself, you are worried that you're going to fail. When you go down that tunnel, it's important to show up in despite of your fear. And that can be done. Take the actions you would normally take. Now, if you are experiencing these lows where you are not getting conversions, you know, your content's not converting, you're feeling really down, you're second guessing yourself, you're starting to second guess your worth, do the inner work. This doesn't mean don't show up. It means do the inner work in addition to showing up. So if you want to wake up in the morning and do the inner work at the first half of the day, wake up nice and early. I wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock to do the inner work. Then the rest of the day, you're ready to show up. Now, there will still be days where you don't want to show up. I get it. But show up anyway. Act as though you are still in that same positive mindset. And the reason why is because it's the act itself that will actually shift your energy. Isn't that funny? It's like, you know that feeling when you feel really lethargic and run down and moody? You don't want to work out because you're tired, but You go to the gym and you work out, and what happens? You suddenly have energy. So the action of working out when you don't want to work out because you're tired actually gives you the energy that you actually wanted and needed. The same thing goes with your business. If you feel down in the dumps because you only converted 2 sales that week or no sales that week, whatever the case is, you're having a bad week or a bad day, show up in despite of that mindset, because it's the action of showing up that's actually going to shift the mindset. It is the best and most potent mind shift tool in the world, is to show up and do the work in despite of the mindset. That is the only way to change your mindset. It's not about trying to talk your way into a better mindset. It's about taking action and allowing the action to change your mindset. Okay. Now, there are other steps that I want to share with you in terms of content that converts. Now, you need to have a strategy in plan. Okay. You have to have a strategy in place that not just is in alignment with your vision, but makes sense with your routine. Everyone has a routine. This means not being everywhere. You cannot have a podcast, a YouTube channel, an email account, a TikTok account, a Facebook account, an Instagram account, and maintain it unless you have help, unless you have a solid system in place as well. If you are just jumping from one place to the other without any routine, you're going to get confused and something's going to drop. You're going to drop something. If I have no plan and I wanted to be everywhere, the thing that would most likely drop would be TikTok. Number one, I don't do entertainment. I'm not here to entertain anyone. I'm not an entertainer. I want to change lives and I want to make money doing it. I am not here to make you laugh or make you feel better. I'm here to change you in a bigger way than just a 5-minute temporary fix. And that's what TikTok actually is. It's a quick fix. Change someone's mood and put them in a better mood. Quick fix. But what about the next month and the next year and the next 10 years? I want long-term transformation for my clients. So I'm not here to entertain. Hence the reason why I do not make time to go on TikTok, because I do not make time to come up with something entertaining. I will not dance. I will not point in the corners of my screen with little bubbles popping up. I prefer to use my voice. And if you can't hear me because, you have hearing issues, or you have, you're on a plane, a train, and you have earphones on. You don't have earphones on, but you're watching something and you need to read it instead of listening. There's always the transcript that you can just read. And I will be converting all my podcasts to blogs as well. Now, I have a routine. I allow myself 2 days per week to do a podcast. My podcast, as I said before, has a transcript. The transcript is transformed into an email that my VA sends out as an email. She converts it to an email. This also gets converted to a blog, which is coming soon. We're in the process of converting all my podcasts to blogs. So this is one process. But notice how I only do it twice a week. I'm not showing up every day on a podcast. I refuse to do that. And there may be times where I cut back and I only do one podcast a week. But this is my system, and it doesn't need to be yours. You may want to show up every day for a podcast because you're not showing up everywhere else. You may not be focused on emails. You may not be focused on Instagram. You may not be doing any live coaching sessions. That's fine. You may have the time to show up every day. Now, you may not want to show your face on a podcast. I'm filming this at the same time so that if you are watching it on YouTube, you have something to watch. That doesn't mean you have to watch me. You can close the screen and still listen to me, just to my audio. You may have your earphones in and listen to me on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and be cooking dinner or cleaning the house while you're listening to me. It needs to be in alignment with what you want. This is the reason why I highly recommend content that converts, where I show you exactly how to create content that converts. Notice how I'm saying things about podcasts, things about blogs, things about email marketing, podcast, Instagram. I'm not talking just about content that converts on one platform. I'm talking about content that converts on several different platforms. And notice I have said it's what is in alignment for you. If you are a woman who likes to show her face and be on camera, and you've got a really beautiful home or office, some really beautiful space where you can set up your filming station and, have a beautiful YouTube channel, then go for it. If you don't have that and you are using just a voice recorder and you don't plan to be on camera at all and you just want the audio, that is in alignment for you for now. 6 months from now, you may have a space where you can record. It has to be in alignment for you. Content that converts is going to show you what kind of content to share on every platform, because your dream followers will become your dream clients. They will be attracted to the kind of way that you portray your business, your brand, your energy, your personality, your taste, your style. You don't want to be on camera, people will still be attracted to your style because they won't want to be on camera too. And they'll think, well, if she's doing it without being on camera, well, heck, I can do it without being on camera. I'm a new mum and I don't want to be on camera. And she's showing me that I don't need to be. Do you get where I'm going with this? Be yourself. Attract dream followers and convert them to dream clients. Content that converts can be on any platform, but it's the content type. Now, as I said before, we don't always want to be giving the how-to, because the how-to steps are, to be honest, really boring. How to lose weight, go on a calorie deficit, work out more, start fasting, drink milkshakes, get some diet pills. I mean, come on. Everybody knows all this stuff. They want to know what is the solution to their problem. And the solution is your offer. And what does your offer provide? It offers the results they want, meaning they will be light, they will feel energized, they will be slimmer, they will fit into their favorite clothes, they will be able to wear their bikini this summer, they will fit into their favorite dress or their wedding dress, they will look hotter than they've ever looked in their life. They will be toned and slim and gorgeous. That is the results they want. You want to talk about the results. Now, the results of converting clients is a no-brainer. If you convert clients, bing, 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 Stripe notifications, Stripe notification, Stripe notification, Stripe notification. Every morning, emails, new clients just signed up. Going into your web portal and seeing members in the container, going onto a live and having people show up to your live that are your clients then upgrading and saying, I want to work with you privately. This is what it looks like. Being able to be debt free, being able to buy whatever you want, whenever you want, without having to ask, never stressing about lending money to family and friends, being able to buy your family and friends gifts whenever you want, helping them out whenever you want, contributing to charities that you've always wanted to contribute to. Never stressing out when your computer dies, the computer that you use for your work every day. No problem, I'll get another computer. Oh, while I'm at it, I'll go buy a laptop and an iPad. So when I'm in the car or I'm traveling, I've always got something on something to use. Never having to worry about investing in a new software or a new program. This makes things easier. Never having to worry about applying makeup because I've got a makeup artist. Never having to stress out about a hairstylist because I've got a hairstylist. Never having to worry about a photographer because I've hired a photographer. Content that converts will help you make money. When you convert your content to sales, you will be able to hire your VA. You will be able to hire your makeup artist, your hairstylist, and your photographer. You'll be able to hire a team who understands your business. You'll be able to hire someone that can convert all your transcripts from your podcast or your YouTube video that you just created into a blog and into an email. They can take all the content that you share in your post on Instagram and convert that as well to an email. They can go into your client list and start reaching out to all your clients and saying, can you please give me a review? because not everyone has time for a review and they just forget. But your VA, your assistant can do all that for you. You don't need to reach out to people that worked with you 6 months ago or a year ago. This is what life looks like. It's paying off bills, it's paying off credit cards, it's paying off your car, it's buying a better car, it's upgrading, it's being able to take your children on holidays whenever you want, for as long as you want, to any destination you want. It's never having to stress about bills again. You are creating tons of content. You are creating content where you are eating. You are creating content where you are showing your pets. You are showing content of the how to get results all the time. But your content is not converting. Isn't the point of creating content to convert? You want to get the followers, and then once the followers are in your world and they look at your grid, they look at your emails, they look at your most, they listen to your most recent podcasts, and that content then converts them. That's exactly what content that converts is all about. So jump in now. We have a pre-sale price of 222, and I'm just letting you know that in June, this will jump up to 555. So I really want you to jump in when it's super cheap. The next thing I want you to understand is that it's going to grow in size. You're going to learn content that converts, but you're also going to learn social media money codes. Now, what this teaches you is the codes behind the content. This will show you the exact how, the exact process that you use to not just create content that converts, but content that gets followers, content that gets engagement, content that gets you paid. Because me telling you what kind of content to send out there to emit out there through the frequency of your business and your brand is one thing, but social media money codes, it's the codes behind the content. And this is what so many people miss. Do you know how many coaches I have invested in social media marketing that have not taught any of this? None of it. Not a thing. And I went from coach to coach, investing money, 222. I remember investing 555, 888, 1,111. I have even gone into offers that are $497. In fact, 3 of those. Nobody shows this content, the codes behind the content that converts. Why doesn't anyone teach this thing? This is how I worked it out. I had to sit with my brother and show him how to work out the codes behind the content that converts. I had to physically show him on my phone. I couldn't talk to him. I had to show him. And in order for me to show you, I need to show you my screen. So I had to go onto YouTube and research, how do I show my actual phone screen on a desktop so that I can show it to all of my students exactly what I'm pressing, what I'm doing behind the scenes of content that converts. The behind the scenes, these are the codes that you need to know. And when you learn it, people will go, oh my God, where did you learn that? Is there an Instagram, is there some sort of special Instagram academy that teaches this? Guess what? I invested in a Instagram academy, a year-long one, and it doesn't show any of that. So when I say to you, there's nothing else out there like this, I mean, there is literally nothing else out there like this. People don't understand how I do what I do because there's nothing else out there. And for me to explain it to you, you need to be in content that converts. So you can have the social media money codes that's behind it. That's the only way. So we're at a pre-sale price of 222. Jump in it now. I cannot wait to welcome you into this process. I love you all. And please reach out to me. You can reach out to me via DMs, comments, emails, whatever you want. There's multiple ways to contact me. There's a contact page on my website, ceogoddess.com. I love you all. I hope this has been valuable for you, and I will see you in the next podcast. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.